Hi guys, today I'd like to do a little review of an Omega that I just purchased today, kind of on a whim. First of all, as you can see, I have my Rolex 16610 stainless Submariner, and I also had my vintage Tudor Submariner from the 60s series. So as you guys know, and you've seen my previous videos, I'm a really big Rolex buff, but a lot of people always ask, Rolex costs the most in comparison to like Omega, Breitling, the other basic brands. I mean, not including like Patek Philippe. Are they the best? And frankly, I think it all kind of comes down to personal taste. I mean, so I'm really big into watches, so I don't really stay to one particular brand. I've had Girard-Perregaux, I've had Breitling, I've had just about everything. And this is an Omega that I just bought today. This is actually a pre-owned watch, simply because the current one, this is a Seamaster Professional Chrono. The current ones, they don't do the rhodium bezel anymore. They're the colored bezel, and I don't like that. I prefer the shiny bezel. So let me open up. When you buy an Omega, give you this beautiful leather box. They also give you this instructional manual. It comes in a bazillion different languages. Card holder. I mean, all sorts of neat stuff. It's a really nice package. And then if I can open this up, here's the watch. Start the tag on it. It's I want to say it's about 3 years old. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I know they discontinued this model. I looked very hard to find this model because I prefer this shiny bezel versus the colored bezels, like I said. It uses an in-house a Omega modified movement. I believe they call it the 1164. It's based on the Valjoux 7750 automatic winding. I believe it's a 42 or 44 hour power reserve. It's on a stainless steel bracelet, the professional bracelet. It's got, the standard Omega clasp, and then it's also got this divers extension here, which actually comes in handy. And another good thing about this is that, it is a full professional Seamaster. So it actually, it's a chronograph, but it's good to 1,000 feet. So it actually has the same depth rating as my Rolex Submariner, which I think is actually pretty cool. And then as you can see here, it's got a helium escape valve, which, of course, not too many people actually go diving in their watches. I admit I haven't gone diving in this. Obviously, I just got this today, but my diving watches, period, I've never used. But it's kind of a neat little feature. You unscrew it to let the helium escape so that it doesn't pop the crystal out during decompression. It's your standard screw-down crown, basic positions. Obviously, first position's winding, second is to set the date, and third is to change the time. And then you have your chronograph pushers. Obviously, you start and stop it here. I don't know if you see the second hand starting to go down. Stop it. Reset it. It is a 12-hour chronograph. 30-minute counter is kept up here. Down here it's the keeps track up to 12 hours. Over here is a small seconds hand complication. Then over here it says Omega Seamaster Professional Chronometer, 300 meters or 1,000 feet. You have your date over here at 3 o'clock. Bezel is 120 clicks, I believe. It's kind of hard to hold the camera and show this at the same time. As with all Seamasters, it's got the beautiful, back. This is an older one, I said, so they've actually updated the back a little bit in the last 2 years or so. It's got the horse sitting on top of the Omega symbol, and it says Seamaster. They really did a really beautiful job. It's got the 5-point holes to unscrew it. The one thing I'm not too happy about with this watch, to be honest, is that I'm used to my watches having screw-out links, and this actually uses push pins, which, you'd expect. The retail on this watch, I think is $3,600. You would expect that they would use a screw to keep the bracelet together. But I must say the quality of the clasp and the bracelet itself is phenomenal. In fact, I would rate the case construction and the clasp on this watch to be better actually than my Rolex. But that's not saying much, because as people that know Rolex, they've gotten a lot of criticism for the quality of their clasp. Actually, let me see. Here's my Rolex. This has got their cheap, kind of flimsy stamp clasp, and then the diver's extension on this is really flimsy looking. So Omega did a really good job, and I think it's a really good value. So if you guys are out there and you don't know if you want to go all the way for a Rolex, if you want to get the Omega or the Breitling or whatever, I would just say, buy whatever you like.